Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Schadenfreude Bubble Teas Gaming. Today's I will show you about wall defense. After looking at numerous KVK reports, I think this topic is well needed though. People are not optimizing their wall. Okay, this from the so how do you access your wall? So when a person attacking you, you go to city defense and the wall and you set your commanders to tank it and your formation, which is here. So a lot of big mistakes I see in this KVK is, this is the biggest retardation one I seen. Adding bow commanders on the wall. Bow commanders like this is totally a bad formation. This is the most obvious mistake though. So why I say bow is bad? Okay, I'll show you guys an example. Let me see my save. So from the details you can see I have 7,000 bows, and the 7,000 bows per second only killed 10 infantry. If this was 10 infantry, so like if you multiply 60,000 bows, you kill 100. 500,000 bows, you killed like 1,000. That's actually really bad. When you have like then 6 million, you kill 10,000. But for Cav, as you can see, even like 2 million cavalry, you already killed like 10,000 already. So you can understand why the bow is bad though, because like bow, even though they have no natural counters, the attack they deal is very meniscus. That's why most top players in the game right now don't even have bows in their castle. Bows are just used to scout and like collect notes or something, not really much appreciated though. So this is the logic why you should never have bows on top, because like imagine if you have the full 15 million and you have 6 million bows killing 10,000 per second, as compared to you have 2 million cavalry killing 10,000 per second. I would stick with the cavalry, man. And bows have very low morale. The moment if you do it like this, your front line will have no health and no defense, and you'll get melted really fast. So this is the biggest mistakes I've seen a lot of new players do. Because they think bows have no counter, they automatically think they're the shit, but they're not. Please don't use this as your wall formation. I will choke you out with a strap on. The second most biggest mistake that I've seen people put on their wall is they run this formation. Where is it? Come on, buddy. Let me see. Give me a minute. Yep. This is the formation that they run. The medium spender mistake. I mean, come on, man. Like, I will go into in-depth analysis right now why this is actually really bad. A lot of people use this thing. This is the shit though, but it's actually one of the worst wall configuration. Do not do this. I'll explain why. Okay, so I'm gonna set my wall formation. So I'm infantry is my front line, so I'm gonna set infantry commanders. I'll show you the logic behind why I chose this setup. Choose my formation, infantry spear, change. Thank you. Okay, so let me pull up my notepad. Boop. Okay, so in order to explain this, I'm gonna show you. Assume that you don't have bows and you're attacking with 3 front line. Like any competent player in this patch at this point of time will never have bows defending. So let's say you have line 1, line 2, line 3. So we are going to value attack at 8 points per 5%. Shit. Points per 5%. And defense at 2 points per 5%. Okay, so using this as a guideline, when you're fighting, unless your front line dies, your front line is always gonna be using the attack and the health and defense. Your second line and third line, unless your first line gets wiped, will only be using the attack. So the reason why the formation I show you of Jamie, Sonara, Leila, Mormon, Julian, and Kevin is bad, because you are wasting a lot of slots that your commander gives though. So each commander has 3 passive. Usually 2 is combat, 1 is farming. So the best war setup would be your Jon Snow, Dany, Sandor, Cersei, and Peter Baelish, each giving 25%. So Jon Snow will give let's see, 8 points, 25%. So 8 times 5, 40, 16, and 2 and 5, 10. So 40 from the attack, 16 from health, and total 10. So he will give an individual score of, let's see, because they are all combat passive, applies to all troops though. So doesn't matter what line you use, all their benefits will have line when they get attack and stuff. So okay, I see this. This is for line 1. Line 2, they will only have the attack benefits from Jon Snow, Dany, Sandor, Cersei, Peter, 40, 40. So giving each commander a basic war point of 120, 130, 146. 146 times 5. Getting like no benefit from health. And defense. Third line, no benefit from health or defense. So giving, if you use the Bastard 5 setup, you will get, let me bring up my calculator. 146 times 5, 730. So 730, this is the best you can get. There's an optimal saying that you can swap out Cersei for Julian. So if you do that, Julian, let's see, so this might not be the most optimal. Jon Snow, Dany, Sandor, Peter, Julian. So line 1 will have 46, so 46. The line 1, line 2, line 3 will be, wait, let me see, 146 times 4, 584 for 4 commanders. Now we add in Julian. Julian is 30% of each, so 30 at 5 at 8 points. 8 times 6, 36. 8 times 6, Jesus Christ, 48. 48 times 3. Times 3 plus 584. 728. Just barely is same as Sandor, Cersei, Peter, and Julian is about the same though, because like so it's about the same though, so there's actually not much beneficial difference. The other setup I see is they swap one of the commanders for the 40% one, so same math applies. 584 for the Bastard 4, then plus the line 1 40%, so 40% of 40, 40 divided by 5 is 8. 8 times 8, 64. 64 plus 40 divided by 5, 8. 8 times 4, 16, 32 plus 8 times 16. Oi, 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 oi. 4 plus 64 plus 32. Hey, shit. 584 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16. 696. 696. You're actually losing value though. So this is interesting. So let's say a one like Enzo, Jon Snow, Danny, Sandor, and Peter is worse than Cersei, Jon Snow, Danny, Sandor, Peter. Yeah, okay, I can see that though. So the Bastard 5 and Julian is probably the same though. So as usual, the best war formation is Jon Snow, Danny, the Bastard 5. Okay, so the example that I said was bad was Layla, Jamie, Sanara, and Jamie, Sanara, and Julian and Kevin. Okay, from eyeballing, you already know the fact that you're losing out on 2 passive from either, if you're infantry front, you're losing out value from 2 of Layla and Jamie's passive. 4. Actually no, you can put 2 though, cause like most of the other you can put 4 relative 4 of Jamie's passive. So you're eventually giving yourself a handicap of 4 combat slots though, which is really not optimal, because like if you're infantry frontline, Jamie spear health and spear defense and Layla's care health and health defense won't really apply, so you're losing the stats and you're making your frontline very tanky for a sacrifice of bit of total attack. So do you want to do the math? I can easily tell you shit though. So for example, if you're infantry frontline, line 1, you have 15. Wait, let me see. Let me bring up scenario. 30 health, 30 defense, 15 attack. So you get 30 health, 30 6 times 4. So you, okay, we do the attack first. Attack, your infantry gets your line 1 attack, you get 15, so you get 16, 24 points, and you get 30 divided by 5, 6 times 4, 24. See, and you get 12. So your line 1 gets, wait, let me see, 24 points. Okay, 24, 16. And you also get the 15% from Jamie, total attack, and Layla at 24. You also get 24 from Kevin, plus his attack, and you also get 15% health, 12 from Kevin's health, and Julian is 30, 36, 48. So your front line, your infantry front line, you'll get 24. Let me take a calculator. 24 plus 24 plus 12 plus 48 plus 48 plus 12 equals 168. Well, your line 2, which I'm gonna assume spear, will get 24 from Layla's attack, 24 from Jamie's attack, 24 from Sanara's attack, and he will get 48 from Julian's attack, and he will get let's see, 24 from Kevin. So your line 2 total benefit will be 24, 24, 48, 48, 72, 72, 120, 100. Shit, I better take a calculator. Fuck. Don't do bubble math, man. 24 plus 24. Plus 24 plus 24 plus 48. Shit, I'm not doing x3 plus 40, 48 plus 20, 24, 144. And your line 3 will also be the same. So giving a grand total of 144 x2 plus 168 456 456. So as you can tell, with this formation that I see, is literally you're missing out on, compared to people with 3, you're missing out on the Layla and Jamie's passive though, like the infantry health and infantry strength. So if you're setting up your wall defense, always try to maximize this number. So if you were infantry front, I would recommend this formation, and I'll show you the math to prove it otherwise, to prove it. So my infantry formation would be this. This could be close though. Kevin, I usually swap with. Yeah, I'll keep Kevin. This is my infantry formation. So let's see whether it beats a score of 456. So Sanara, Andrea, Chris, Kevin, and Julian. Okay, let's calculate the score. And put my notepad back up. Poop. So my line 1, I'll benefit from. So line 1, I'll get 24 from Andrea. Wait, let me do Sanara first. 24 attack from Andrea, 24 defense from Andrea, and 12 defense from Andrea. And my second from Sanara, and my Andrea will give to 48 attack, 30% attack, 30% attack, 30 divided by 5, 6, 48. 48%, and 24% from health, and 60 from 6 and 12. And my Chris will give 30% health and 30% attack. So 30% health will be 24. 30% health of 6, 24. And 30% attack, so 6, 48. And my Julian will give 48 flat. And my Kevin will give 24, and health will also give 24 points. So let's calculate this up. I'm liking my numbers so far. 24 plus 24 plus 12 plus 48 plus 24 plus 48. Shit, this can't get 48 plus 12 plus 48 plus 24 plus 12 plus 24 plus 48 plus 48 plus 24 plus 24. So 312. Your line 2, you only benefit from Sanara's attack, which is 24, Julian is 48, and Kevin is 24. 96. And your line 3, you also have the same. You benefit from Scenarios 24 plus Julian's 48 plus Kevin's 24, 96, giving your grand total to be 504. So if you do this, you can usually see that you setting up your wall configuration specifically to support your front line, because your front line needs more health to tank it. You're actually gaining a net profit of 52, no, 40, 48, 50% point difference if you calculate this way. So to maximize your tanking, always go with the formation that increases your front line's health, because if you increase your second and third line, you're not getting any benefits though. Like this formation is way stronger than this formation. So going back to the game, let me close my notepad. Right. So going back to the game, if I want to tank with my infantry, I will usually go this line, because like as you can tell, I don't have the busted commanders though. And if I swap Chris for Sack, I might get the additional 15, but I sacrifice my health. So if I was gonna tank in Spear, this two will always be the same. It will be something like this: Ansel and Miranda. If I want to tank in Cav, same logic follows. Marrow Pig, wait, this one is health, then Layla, Layla and Liana Waters and Layla Mormon. I would tank it like this. You can follow my logic though. Okay, there are some arguments whereby you can actually choose to swap out Kevin to go with a more stronger health front line. So for example, if it was infantry, then it will, for example, if I take out Kevin, I could choose to go this route as well. It's not wrong. Where is and this? I could choose to go with this route and it'll be totally fine though, because like I'm choosing to buffing my my frontline defense by 30 and while giving total attack by 15. Or I could go with this. Actually the best one would obviously be the new commanders though. It will literally bump up your basal point by at least 10 points, giving it a superior formation. So I hope that this explains how to set up your wall formation using the notepad. You can see how I chose to determine the most effective basal point to when I setting up my front line. The logic, basically, I'm just trying to say that even if doesn't matter whether you're free to play or like you pay to win though, it's like you must always get the maximum value out of your wall. So my formation is always giving everything to my front line while giving some backline attack to bring down the enemy. Then this is all I want to say for the wall, man. So like if you're choosing to attack with wall, like always use this formula to give you a rough idea which formation is better. There's also another medium spender one, like the medium pay to win, whereby they have all the total health stuff. Like they will have this, then they will have this, and this. I think this is bad though. I will never do it though. I will swap out this for either the 3 specific for my front line. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Check your wall. Always make sure to have like the logic. Like basically the TLDR is that when you set your wall, always make sure to give your commanders that give your front line health and defense though, and your second and third line attacking. Cause like troops that are on your second and third line, they don't get the benefit of health and defense though, cause your line 1 will always be the one tanking unless they all die. I hope you get my train of logic, and this has been Bubble Teas. Thank you.